Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. I hope you are enjoying today's session of Mingled Dreams, one of the stories of Exandria, inspired by Critical Role. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. And if you're watching us live, thank you so very, very much. And let us jump in. Boop, boop, boop. Hi, everybody. So, Ravi walks upstairs first and immediately looks at everybody and goes, oh, hey, you should talk to your, friends, and then goes down the hall towards Arite's room.
Right, Ari will give you the details about it, and I just want to let you know, like, it's your decision whether you want to get involved in it or not, and Rick will follow Ravi.
Okay.
Wait, why are you leaving this to me?
He's already gone.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, you got this.
Yeah, okay. That's probably gonna have to backtrack a bit because I wasn't being given a chance to speak up, but once Ravi says that and starts to move away, I then see Rurik and Rite coming up and immediately ask, where did you get us sent to?
Well, I would like to note, this is Ravi's idea, and none of you are at all obligated, I hate that word, obligated
where did you get
to
us
join.
sent to?
I'm not even sure I want to hear it.
It's more like what me and Rurik and Ravi got us and my family into. But let's just say my family is no longer neutral. My mother wants us to release Drugus, which is fine. And we're gonna have a group battle. Okay, bye.
I'm using press break. Can I actually use that to just close the door?
Prestidigitation? No,
thaumaturgy.
thaumaturgy, yeah.
I'm using Mage Hand to
Yeah.
cast Mage Hand and close the door.
Yeah, McKee, the sound got louder, suddenly.
Which one of you has telepathy? Or telekinesis, whichever is which?
I have Mage Hand. That's all.
Your invisible mage hand flips him off.
Oh, I bring out my visible mage hand to flip them off.
That's fair, that's fair. Mage hands high five.
Listen, none of you are at all obligated to join. Me and Rurik have given our backing to Ravi. It's a duel to the death. I think I forgot to mention that.
Yep. That just
But yes,
about, yep.
Again, none of you are obligated to join in this battle.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Arite's dad. What is saying? Does it make any sense in your culture?
I have no idea what they're talking about. In all honesty, I no.
Okay. Ravi.
Son, sit down and
mother.
explain it to us. Come on.
Fine.
Bread pudding.
Yes, please, thank you. What was the word for the
Dragonton Da.
A Dragonton Ka will be called soon.
Oh, good lord, that's going to be trouble.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And-
You speak Draconic, don't you?
Yep.
Oh yeah, me too. Oh shit.
For those of you who don't know Dragonborn traditions, this means will to death family, which is slightly different from Dragonton Ka or
Dragonton is just the base one.
oh
Yeah.
Dragonton, which is just will to death, which is a one-on-one fight. In this case, it is a group battle. Now, it is at least going to be 3 of us, unless the 3 of you would like to join. Otherwise, well, in which case it'll just be a 3 versus 3 battle.
How would you imagine if a member of a dynasty took part into any kind of political aspects and public aspects in a city where there is troubling to assess if they want complete isolation or not. It
But
would
that
just
is
give more
the best.
fuel to drive
That is
this
the best part. Oh, sorry, continue.
policy.
That's the best part. This is not a battle of politics. This is a battle of ideals. So realistically, I believe you could join in the battle without any negative impacts upon the society.
Yes.
Of course, then again, you're not.
Well, I mean, I mean, you still have to, you still need to share an ideal with what they're aiming for, though. That's the whole thing about it.
Yes, that is true.
Jeez. Rite, are you really going to do that?
I must.
But why, though?
I do not believe what Juvis has done is correct. I do not believe that we should stay isolated. I believe the city would be much better collaborating with the rest of Jorhas.
In all honesty, he looks at you, Kyle. You being there is gonna probably pull a lot of aggro from all of the ones that you'll be fighting against. You know, to better prove Dragonborns don't need the rest of the dynasty.
And there's that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, between you and Ravi, I'm pretty sure you'll be the focal point for all of them if they're smart. I mean, you because of hatred and prejudice, you understood that. And Ravi because, no offense to any of you, but, I haven't heard about your prowess in battle.
I can tell you I have some very good magical sight.
Oh, that's good. When I was a young man in, you know, still in school, I saw Ravi slice through 40 people like a blade through paper. I mean, he's a great guy now. Great guy. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they would focus on him. Oh, shoot.
Well, that would serve to keep the attention off me when I'm in the back, at least.
Oh,
Is it done? You are going to participate in that, Mikit?
Oh, I'm still mentally debating pros and cons. I mean, I don't exactly look forward to anyone dying, and I actually like Ravi and Rurik. Lesser extent for you, Rite. My apologies.
Sorry, what did you say that?
It doesn't like you.
As much.
I mean, I do not blame you. After all, we were dragged together by happenstance. It makes sense that not all of us would gel perfectly together.
Alright. Aine, do you have any thoughts to share?
This all just sounds very hasty to me.
Seems that it's the way of the Dragonborns.
the whole tradition aside, there's no guarantee that it will end up being done fairly enough. So even if we do sit out, it's not like something won't happen to either of us.
Do you think, bud?
Mr. Visidrov stuff. That Arit is that.
Yeah.
What is Drovith and his fellows' combat style? How do they fight together? Like, what are they known for?
I mean, in all honesty, I don't think he'll be with his family. He has a son, a daughter. I think he has a new wife. He has a bunch of grandkids too.
Yeah, though.
And his brother. But I'm pretty sure he's going to choose people from his old days. Maybe even oh fuck.
You don't mean the entirety of the 5 to 9, do you?
Oh, 3 of them are dead. Yeah. They die of old age. Yeah.
Oh, that is relieving to a small degree.
Well, I mean, you have to consider there's the 2 that are somehow still alive.
How old is Druvis at this point?
Ooh, I think he's Dragonborns live to be about like 100, right? 110?
80.
80?
70 to 80. The oldest is like 90 to 100.
Then he would definitely be around 80.
So he's like Rurik age in comparison.
But Rorik you vaulted on that stick.
I mean, I'm an athletic old guy, I guess.
I love how inconsistent your old age injuries are too. 1 minute complaining about a sore leg. The next
My
small
back
thing
is
over
so
the guy.
sore.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like he nearly threw out his hip after that vault. It's like, oh god, shouldn't have done that.
Next time you do that, you're
So-
taking 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh god,
So
I'm
what
at
do you
1
think
hit
we
point, and it's like I can do this. Vault. Oh.
So what do you think we should expect combat-wise? Like, what are they skilled? What are they good at?
Oh,
Will they,
poison, underhanded tactics.
Is it what we should expect?
I mean, we have some books in my study that may outline what Druvis used to do. I'm not a real big, warhead. I don't really get into all of that stuff. I never found that nearly as entertaining. If you want to know exactly how to sew a cross stitch, I got you. But I don't know anything about that. If you want to go look in the study, I can show you some of the books, though.
I will.
I mean, as I just looks around, I mean, one of you could try asking Travis nicely echoed on the intel on that side.
That's not my foray.
Speaking
I'm
of
better with
which,
books.
let's go back over to Ravi and Rorik, who ran over to Arite's room.
I think Ari's gonna have that conversation. I'm not a big fan of the whole that idea of like you pushing your child into the water to make them learn how to swim. But I think in this situation, I think he's got it covered. Like he's got a lot of potential. That young man.
Oh yeah, he definitely seems like a good kid. He opens the door and you see there's Dravis currently like slowly sawing at one of the ropes on his hand with one of his teeth. Just
Oh, you're awake. That makes this easier, I think.
Yeah. He pulls out his short sword. Shink. Eyes just immediately go wide. So
Rurik will also can Rurik also draw his long sword that he has at the same time as he's drawing the short sword?
Sure. He looks back and goes, "Wait to one up me, okay?" Leans
no,
over
sorry,
top of.
I don't have a smaller sword on me. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Ravi does not feel emasculated in the slightest. He leans down on top of Travis. So, we have a little message for your brother. Are you going to be a good boy and give him a message for us? Uh-huh. Let him know that he is being challenged by me to a Drakentanda. Yeah. I'm done playing games. I'm done with the fucking assassinations. I'm done with the threats. We are ending this tomorrow. Dusk. Uh-huh. Good boy. And just cuts the ropes at his hands.
Yeah, Rourke will get the ropes at his legs.
Are you really that stupid that you want to go up against my brother in a Drakentanda? Yeah, I am. Yeah, pretty sure about it. He narrows his eyes down. And of course, your brother's not going to be scared of someone who wasn't even in the Five to Dine, right?
I mean, if he refused, that would be rather humiliating, after all.
Yeah, like who could respect somebody who would refuse a fight against me?
I mean, I sure wouldn't respect that sort of leader.
If anything, I'd have to go into social isolation for a long time. Possibly the remainder of his short life. You realize this is a death sentence for yourself, right? Yeah, I'm fully aware, kiddo. Grabs him by one of the horns and forcibly drags him onto the floor. All of you, while you're having your discussion, you hear ow! And he begins dragging him through the hallway. Sorry, I have a little bit more pent-up anger. You don't mind if I just drag him for a little bit, right? Yeah, he'll be fine.
No.
Yeah.
This is a less. This is less than it was before, so I'm okay with this sort
Dare
of.
you humiliate? And he like slams his head against one of the walls a little bit. Oh, sorry about that. You're struggling, buddy.
Oh.
Walks past all of you. You look out the door.
Who is it?
Oh, this is Drovis's brother. Say hi. You're all going to die for this. Yep, that's his version of hi. Drags him outside.
Rick remembers like a big stone pillar that was on the way in, because I assume they're nobles. Oh, make sure, don't, be careful of that big stone pillar near the entrance. That one looks like it would hurt.
What? Which one? Oh, okay.
Probably that one.
Drags him into the middle of the street and whistles loudly, grabbing the attention of everybody around here. You all want to clear your schedule for tomorrow. My vote's going to Ver-Mosi. And there's going to be a Drakentanda against Druvis. He throws the brother a good 5 feet away from him. I hope you folks all have a fantastic day. If you would like, stop by my place a little bit later. We have a bunch of smoked meat that we're just going to be giving out. Have a good one.
I heard it's called a hotluck, right?
Potluck. And he just heads back inside with you guys.
Oh, I never need to be so savage, alright?
It wasn't savagery. I was saying just be careful of that pillar.
And I didn't even get to punch him once.
Well, depending on your opinion, you might be able to get to punch him tomorrow. He sits down at the table and starts eating some of the bread pudding. By the way, this is amazing bread pudding. So good.
I love how casual this guy is with violence. Oh my god.
That being said, and as far as, I mean, I don't want to bring you into this if you don't want to. This is something that I've decided I'm going to do. If you all want to continue with that, the goal that we set out to do, you're free to do that. But this is something that I feel I have to do.
Yeah, time out for a second. Before all of that, and an actual explanation, please, because Arite here is barely holding himself back or screaming, "We're all gonna die! Oh my god, why is it a duel?" kind of thing,
Oh,
instead of a
Harry,
more proper explanation.
do you need me to explain? Or I can.
Please.
Yeah. So there's going to be a duel, potentially to the death, the victor's choice. That happens tomorrow around dusk, inside of the Coliseum. No tall obstructions. That's the only rule I'm requesting. And I challenged Druvis and those that have his ideals, to this battle.
Well,
And,
if it doesn't have to be to the death, I'm pretty sure having to live for the shaman failure would be a much crueler fate than just killing him.
Oh, sure, but there's a lot of people who think dead is like the worst thing that can happen to you. But keep in mind, if I lose or whoever's with me loses, more than likely they're killing you. Yeah.
which is why I don't want to involve you if you don't want to be a part of it.
Yep. And also, if you don't share my ideal, I would rather not have you involved as well.
Because what we're fighting for is, well, what Druvis? Sorry, it's Druvis. That's this guy, right? That we're fighting.
Druvis is the one who is the actual politician, the one who
Okay.
wants to become the leader of Zarsith Kittrell.
Sorry, with
Dravis is his
Druvis
brother, who's kind of a weasel.
Yeah, sorry, just the similarity between two names makes it difficult sometimes. With what Druvis wants, it's tyranny, it's evil, it's what he's shown us so far. I don't want people to live that way. Because if he becomes the leader, then well, it trickles down.
Yeah, I get the whole ideals and stuff, but at least we need a bit more, something more concrete for now. Like, who will we end up fighting anyway? Like a hint
join.
or something, information.
What'd you say, Makit?
Because from
Makit said something. What'd you say?
I'll join in.
I mean,
Hey, glad to have you.
thank you. I mean, if you need to give it some more thought, I don't think we won't hold it against you if you want to think on it a bit more. But if I were to take a gander at what he might do, he's likely to bring in some of his old friends from the 5 to dine. The 5 of them might be an issue. But
Well, 3 are dead, so
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that.
yeah, my
Well,
that's why
there's
I
on-
was asking, because I wish for at least a bit of knowledge or precaution against like what he'll end up be sending. Because if he ends up sending someone to just dust the whole area in poison, and all we have is a freaking water skin, and that ain't gonna work.
well, that's why we have to go in with our own preparations.
What were you saying, Makit?
Hey, of the 5 to 9, there's only him and one other. Other 3 are dead. B, stupidity-driven tyranny is something I do not wish to befall anyone.
Mhm.
And C, I know I don't really like Druvis as a person anyways.
That's fair. He's an asshole. I mean, like, when I met him, he didn't even shake my hand. And he was the one trying to recruit me.
Well, that's just bad recruiting sense.
He thought I wanted to
Ravi.
be just like him. Yeah.
From what you say, his ideal of politics and of social organization, it sounds a lot like the Empire.
Yeah, it does.
And And when I'm saying that, I'm always looking in the corner of my eyes to recreation. And
Wait.
at the mention of the Empire and them being assholes and stuff like that. Do you want me to roll something if you react in some way or whatever?
I mean, I
Well,
don't
I mean,
think he naturally reacts.
Can you say it again though? Because I kind of missed a little bit of it, and that.
So I was saying that what is describing regarding tyranny and Druvis' vision of the world and blah blah blah, it makes me it sounds a lot like the vision of the dynasty have of the empire.
Oh yeah.
This plus them being heretics and stuff like that.
No, Rurik's just kind of like nodding along with what McKeith's saying because he agrees with it. Like, hey, sorry, he agrees with what McKeith's saying.
I mean, did you say Genasi as in the
dynasty?
Oh, I thought he meant like the race that descended from the elementals.
No, he said
dynasty.
the dynasty. Just a thick accent. Yeah, no, they definitely seem like that. I mean, that's the entire fucking thing that the Empire does, is that social isolation. It's ridiculous, you know?
I don't want to speak for my people, nor for any den, but would you agree to have what would be apparent to dynasty support during your direct agenda?
I would agree to have someone like you with us. I don't really care where you come from, who you represent, in all honesty. I like the cut of your jib.
I mean, if anything, I'm not going into this as a paladin of, well, I am, of the Crystal Dragon. I'm going into this as Ravi's friend.
I understand, but if you think politics, and there will be people looking, any supporter of Druvis watching it will see a incursion of a drow of the dynasty in Zaz's politics. And I want to make sure that everybody is fine with that.
This battle is not political. This battle is across ideals.
Political ideals.
No, I don't. I think this goes beyond politics. I'm pretty sure this is social. I mean, he wants to be tyrannical. He wants to believe that we are better by ourselves. And honestly, I'd rather, looks around the room, go into a battle with a lot more people than to be like the Empire. I mean, shit. A drow, a dragonborn, a tiefling, whatever the fuck you are. No offense, Ian, I'm not really quite sure. And a dragonborn.
I believe that Druvis needs to be stopped, because if he continues doing this, then it won't just stop at Ravi. It'll keep going to whoever gets in his way.
But if you're asking me, I would like to have someone like you on my side. Not just in this fight, but in life.
Then count me in. But be aware that if I die, Misty won't get... There is one less chance for Misty to get an education in Sokosona.
I mean, if anything, that just gives you more motivation to make sure he doesn't die and make sure you still live, Ravi.
Well, I hate to put you on the spot, but I do believe you're the only one that hasn't decided.
Well, with all these talks of ideals, as she just looks at Ravi, the only question I have is, are you truly prepared to be the head of all this and bring it fully to the end? Because right now the ideals and the revolution it will bring and everything, right now you're the spearhead of it, And I want to know if you truly will be able to pull it all together.
I'd rather be the starting force for all of this than to allow it to continue. It might get tough for me, but that's life, right?
Yeah, but how many do you think that will rally behind you for this?
I'm not quite sure. Hopefully enough people.
Well, I mean, you're a well-liked member of the community, Ravi. So hopefully they'll see just what you're fighting for, and you'll inspire them to believe the same.
You guys are making me really nervous right now. Oh, he like leans over
Yeah.
the chair and like puts his head between his knees. Ooh.
It's
Well,
the
no.
only reason why I was asking this before I make my opinion is because I don't want to be part of some half-hearted ideals that last for a battle of a few years and then it fizzles out. I
Well-
want to know that you have enough conviction to bring this all to fruition once and for all, or not.
Well, I don't know. Ravi, you don't have to worry about getting nervous, and I know I'm pretty sure that if we bring down Druvis, then I'll admit to not having a good understanding of Dragon Ball Portal. But if we win the fight, we're proving that our ideals are stronger than his ideals, correct?
Yep, that's what it symbolizes. Oh.
Well, can I ask you a question out of character to make sure I've understood well?
Sure.
So right now, if I'm understanding well, we are fighting we are fighting the revolution. Like, they are the people who want to isolate this Kithril today. The leader is Vermosti already, and he has a open policy toward the external and the democratics and stuff like that. So there won't be like a new movement, if I understand correctly. It will just put a stop to the growing movement of Druvis.
Roll me a history check. Roll me a history check to see what you would understand about this, because that assessment is rough.
Well, my understanding, at least politically, in this, if I were to take it to an extreme, is like we're stopping the Nazi Party in Germany from rising into power in Germany.
Yeah, that's what I understand it.
This, in your experience, people who have these ideals and this fanaticism won't be stopped from an event like this, but their progress will be halted, which is why Ein's question is so important. If after halting the progress, he's willing to do what is necessary to stop them completely, which is going to take a lot more than a couple of years. There's some things you don't resolve in one battle. That's why he has this major anxiety right now. In your experience, the fanaticism can be halted on its track, but to quell it completely, that takes a long time. And that's probably that's exactly why his head's between his knees right now, and he feels dizzy because he realizes, oh, I'm signing up for more than just a fight. Fuck. Like, it's not that he's gonna back down. It's more like he's realizing the anxiety of the situation.
Listen,
Ravi,
you take one thing at a time, one step.
Right. Oh. Right. Oh, I just realized I haven't eaten all day other than this meal right now.
well, you've also been poisoned for most of the day too, so.
That also did happen, yeah. Oh, it just sucks I had to use all of my healing just to keep myself alive. Fuck. Oh.
I mean, that's what healing is for, is it not?
I like to space it out as an oh shit button, I mean, I've been running on empty this whole day. Oh, Jesus, I just realized what I signed up for.
Ravi.
Yep.
It's alright to feel nervous about this. It's always the hardest thing. do you remember when back in the day when we were younger, when that first day of battle, people like us never seeing never even holding a sword before,
I shit myself.
about to go out there. Yeah. You and me both.
The fact that he admits that is
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Look at him and say, "Bitch"? Like, really? Like.
The worst part was when my buddy, when he saw me shit myself, he puked on my backside too.
Oh, that's terrible. No, oh no, when I just saw the number of fucking Empire people, yeah, my bowels just released. Oof.
You succeeded there, and you will succeed now.
Oh yeah, but I haven't been nervous like this since I fucking got my first goddamn date. Jesus. Ooh.
You know what we need?
Alcohol.
Yes, I was actually just gonna say that.
Yep. Yeah, if you guys, I can go get us, what about the Dragon's Whisper?
Yes.
You have some? Yeah. Well, we've been saving it for our 10-year anniversary. At this moment, what's her face? Dumas comes upstairs. I believe this is a good enough time to do it. Our son is going to be a man tomorrow, so let him drink like one.
Jesus.
I'm not sure if that's meant to be a compliment or an insult or a little bit of both.
That is
always
exactly how it
both.
is.
That's our parents' role.
That's
That's tough love. She has very tough love.
Yeah.
You know, don't expect her to be heartfelt towards you that easily.
Oh yeah, no.
You're just restructuring the social system inside of your hometown. You know, don't.
This is literally the. But mom, I'm fixing the world. Yeah,
One
but
of
you're
the-
sister's class president.
I'm whispering to Arite. Your mom's makes me think about mine.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Your mom is like mine. Your mom is like mine.
Your mom is so. I'm sorry.
Your
Just...
mama's so mean. She reminds me of my mama.
Self burn.
Oh god.
But no, that's going back to the in character chat. But that's the thing, Ravi. That's it, the first step in a big decision is always the hardest, and it'll always be hard. But you get used to it, you get more experienced at it, and you make a difference out there. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't believe in you. So start believing in yourself too. And I'm gonna say that's probably what he says for the rally there. So that's 3 plus 4.
Yeah.
So 7.
Yeah, I know I got this. It's just I haven't done anything important in quite a little while, you know? This is and I'm sorry, we still haven't discussed it. Arite's dad walks around the corner holding a bottle of an emerald colored dragon serpentine like wrapping around this large bottle that also like melds and shifts and moves into that groove to fit it. And right at the mouth, there's actually a dipping, like a tea kettle section. He pulls out the fine china this time, and fine crystalware, sorry, and begins pouring this very bold red, slightly seltzery looking liquid into cups.
Ravi, you can worry about it all you want. It all comes down to a simple question. Are you willing to fight for what you believe in?
Abso-fucking-lute. Oh, ooh, shots.
And?
And he takes.
In that case,
Okay.
cheers. And Rick will do that, like, tap the shot and then chug it down himself.
All right. Give me a con save, Warwick.
Oh,
And
no.
Righty will also chug a shot.
Give me a con
Wait,
save, righty.
I think I'm close to Ravi, so do I get that little plus aura, right?
Right now, he considers you a friend, so you do get his +4.
Yes,
Hmm.
21.
Also, Jiro pronounced his name correctly now. He said a righty.
Every once in a while. Um,
Well, if you're willing to fight for what you believe in, Ooh, this is fancy. If you're willing to fight, then there's nothing else to worry about.
That's damn straight. Are you taking a shot as well, Makit?
Oh yeah. I
Con
mean,
save.
not like a chug, but more like I'm going to actually savor the taste first.
Okay. Still con save. Arite, Rorik, and Ravi all, after they slammed theirs back, just and a small plume of fire shoots from their mouth.
Oh God.
+4, Mikit, so you are successful. You take a little sip and you little flame as well. Ooh, that's spicy.
Oh, I've never done that before.
I was getting the shot up to my lip, and I see that, and I'm just like, I'm looking at the shot, looking at the fire. I try to just dip a finger in the shot to see if it burns my skin.
Oh, it doesn't burn you. No, it feels bubbly though, which that's a new experience. You've never had bubbly drinks before.
And I try to just dip the top of my tongue.
Okay. It definitely has that like cinnamon bite to it from just the tiniest bit. Ravi just like elbows you, Arite, and points over at Kyle. You're supposed to take it all at once.
Yep. Yeah.
Rorik, it doesn't hurt at all. I mean, like, you feel a tingle in your throat, but it doesn't hurt as you drink it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at Rorik and I'm like, am I gonna die?
Wait, did you say ask if you're gonna die?
No, you're definitely
Yes.
tough enough not to die.
Okay.
No, if an old timer like me can do it, you can do it, Kale.
Okay. Fuck it. I close my eyes, take it, and strike it on the table.
All right, con save.
Yeah, sure.
Watch him rolling that one and die from it.
Oh God.
Ooh, close. 7. As soon as you slam it on the table, you push out the flame, but it pushes you up in the air, and then you land on your knees going, "Ugh." That did hurt you. You will suffer 3 points of fire damage, and it's all in your mouth and throat. You're like, "Ugh." However, you do feel tipsy, as does everyone else who took one shot of this.
Rurik is going to help Kyle to his feet. That's a good job there, Kale. Proud of you.
I remember my
I
first
was
shot,
sitting-
right?
Yeah, there's all the talk about drinks having
Oh.
a kick. I don't think it's meant to be that literal.
Well, it's actually been adapted from a fire-breathing potion to make this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah. It's 100. It's like, what'd you get this bottle for? Oh, well, we bought the expensive-looking bottle because, the missus likes her fancy things, and I could be appreciative of having nice things bought for me as well. And that was about 200 gold or so. Yeah.
Oh, that's quite a sum.
Oh, it's worth every bit. I mean, you're feeling it already, right? And
Feeling it, and taste was great.
Arite's dad takes the shot and lovely.
He's so good at this, he doesn't even roll a con save.
He's a professional. He's good.
Does Ian take a sip too?
Can I have some
Nice.
water?
He hands you his water skin.
I yeah. I mostly just sighs and well, I'm gonna take some else. Like, I'll decide after. Once you calm down and give me a proper answer, Ravi.
I mean, yeah, I am this is my town, this is my people. I'm gonna be here for them. No matter what. Yeah. If it means I have to stay here and anybody who's gonna act like that needs to get their, get clapped, I'll do it.
Well, I sure hope you hold on to that because back in Charis there are many vagabonds and exiles that hold up the same ideas that you have, but in the end, all of them came there with the same empty eyes and regrets that they always bring about it. So I hope you carry that conviction properly.
There's plenty of things I regret. Doing the right thing has never been one. And he
Yes.
gets another shot and like offers you a Klinkine.
They all say the same thing as well, but we'll see. She just goes to like take some fresh air outside.
Ready? So you take another shot as well, Rorik?
Yeah, if he's doing it, Rourke will join him. You know,
Alright, you got
camaraderie and all that.
Another con save.
And so,
Oh God, there it is.
and so will Alrighty.
Alrighty. Another con save. Oh, Alrighty's fine. Rorik, you slam back the shot, and this time, like, oh, it emanates upwards, and it burns your throat. For 4 points of fire damage.
I am unconscious. No, I'm kidding.
I just
Alright.
realized we haven't had a long rest since that fight.
You
Yeah, no,
haven't
this
had a
is
long
literally-
rest since leaving the
You know,
fucking
this
outpost.
has been our first day in the city.
Yeah.
I will be taking one more shot as well.
Go
Just
for
try
it.
to memorize the taste.
Go. All right. Roll me an Arcana check, Nikit. You're starting to begin memorizing the components to the feeling and sensation of the throat, and therefore you might have the possibility of learning that spell if you are interested. Fire breathing. But yeah, you take the shot and oh, that feels nice. At this point, Mikit, you are drunk. Same with you, Rorik. Same with you, Arite. And same with Ravi. Oh, that's the good stuff. Hey, do you guys have like a cot I could sleep on or a couch or something? I'm feeling fucking tired now.
Ravi, don't you think we should get back to your place, or at least get your niece? She's alone with Darius and some friend of yours, but it's
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
not
let's
safe
go.
to.
Yeah. You know, left in such a hurry, she might be a bit worried. Let's go raise her spirits.
Yeah, hey guys, we can't let her know we're drunk though, okay? Got it. She
No,
can't know we're
no.
drunk, alright?
No way. She'll learn.
He slumps against the door. Alright, where's the handle?
I've got
Alright.
you. I've got you. Like Rourke picks him up to over the shoulder, but then he starts leaning the other way with his weight.
Guys, just sleep in my room.
Yeah, you go to
I don't-
sleep in your room, kid. Don't worry, we got this. We've been here before.
We can do it. Just one
Alrighty.
step after. There's one.
You know the shanty of Soho?
Do I?
Roll me a history.
Man, we're getting all the history checks today.
You're drunk, so you would actually have advantage on this, remembering a
Hush.
shanty. When you're
Yeah.
drunk, that's the only advantage of ability check. Okay, 16.
Thank God, advantage.
Yeah, you know this one. You guys used to sing it over outside at some of the outposts. It was a great little shanty. Just something about some captain boy who had a mistress who was with another man. It's a really touching story. And you just sing it while like strolling down the street together. And you watch them
Oh.
walk out while you're in the front yard.
Oh, we're totally going to die. Let's do this.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do this right now. Let's go fight them.
Yeah, let's fuck him up. Where is he? Hey, hey.
I think.
Wait, we can
if-
sneak attack him. Shh. We gotta find him. Prove
Wait, no,
this.
first we gotta make sure we get stuff from your house, cause stuff.
You're right. I should get
guys.
my good weapon. Yeah.
You know what's important? Ravi, what's very important is that you get home to get your niece, and you stay with your niece, and you take care of your niece for the possibly last day of your life.
I do
And-
that every day. I'm on it.
Yeah.
And Rurik, you're gonna make some tea.
Of
Okay, some tea.
course, my
Tea.
tea's at the house. Tea's at the house.
Do you
Don't
have
worry,
some?
Filma. Don't worry, Filma. I got the. I'll make you some tea. I know how you like it, dear.
Who's Filma? I haven't met that one.
Here's a Filma.
Oh, looks like he's asleep. Okay. He looks at you lying on the ground now, asleep.
No, I thought I imagined like I was still like slumped against him. Like somehow I'm still walking, but I'm asleep at the same time.
You're drunk. You rolled off him. Oh, hey, look.
Okay.
Just don't worry, I got you. Takes your hands and is dragging you back to his house. Don't worry, I got you. Just
Sorry, well, Filma
good.
made it.
it's all right.
Have
Filma
a
knows.
good night.
Goodbye.
I'm proud of you, Warren.
How do you spell it, Thelma?
Filma, I'll type it.
And he drags you all the way back to his place, leaving all of you other than Rorik at Arite's home.
Man, we got drunk real quick.
Oh, no,
I don't know
no,
about
no.
real quick.
I'm going with them. I going to keep an eye on them.
Okay.
Who wants
I'm the older
to
one.
sleep?
I'm the older one here.
Who wants to sleep on the floor in my room?
Come here, son. Let's get you to your bed.
Yeah, I
That's
assume you
how-
got him.
That's how sleeping slumber parties work, right?
Yep.
People
We'll
sleep
build
on
a
floor.
little fort for you too. Yep. Come on, let me tuck you in. It's okay. And like, he lays you in your bed and tucks you in. And Arite, this is the first time back in your home bed in a long time.
Absolutely.
It might be the
beautiful.
last.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. We got
Last time in the bed at all.
plenty of bed rolls and soft rugs.
Wait, it's a noble family. Don't they have a big manor with a lot of guest room and?
They have a big manor, but all of the guest rooms have been adapted into different recreation rooms for the daughter and the husband to try whatever they're interested in this week.
Mm.
So, right now, there's only two cognizant people at both locations, other than guards and shit. So Ayn, as you're kind of hanging out in the front yard, Dumas walks up. Hey, how are
Hello,
you?
ma'am.
All
Yeah.
right. Fucking idiots.
Tell me about it.
So I never quite caught that. Are you going to help them or not?
Well, I'm not too keen on abandoning them just yet. So whether I prefer to or not, I can't just sit aside and just watch. I just don't want them to either outright just die or just end up like some of them in my village that tried so hard to fight for their ideals and then end up just being an empty husk.
Yeah, that would be a shame. I don't think Arite is gonna do that though.
No, your son, so far, your son is doing pretty well himself.
Yeah?
Mhm. He's carrying his own weight pretty well, honestly.
Good. I don't want anyone to go easy on him. Or else he'll end up just like his father.
Ooh.
No offense, your dad's kind of, he's
Upbeat.
sensitive.
No, my only response is ooh.
Yeah. I mean, not for nothing. Your dad is, he was scared for you. Like,
Well, so far in our travels, we met with some hardships, but it tempered him pretty well. So I think he's maturing somewhat.
good, good.
Well,
I am concerned about Druvis as well.
from how they talk about it, I don't trust him to actually follow the rules at all.
Well, where you're going, there's very few rules.
Indeed.
But,
Considering Ravi only asked for one rule, so
well, that's the way it works. Each party is allowed to stipulate one rule.
mhm.
I guess Ravi doesn't want people to easily hide around the area.
Yeah. Well, mhm. Still, I wonder what Druvis will end up being, since there's a lot of loopholes he can play around with it. If anything, I'll do my best to keep them alive through all of this. As much of a cleric as that might be.
Oh, you're a cleric. I never noticed.
Well, most people forget about that because of how I'm dressed usually.
Yeah. You look pretty casual.
Mhm.
It's a good suit for you, but
Being all too following too much into the clergy isn't really my style, so
well, I hope you're all very successful, and I believe the bounty on Druvis would be pretty handsome for all of you too.
oh, that's good to know at least. Thank you.
Wait, you didn't know about that?
I mean, it's Ravi after all. He much prefer to just bury his sword into someone's head rather than explaining things.
Ah, well, yeah. Other places in the Empire, they have a bounty on his head for 1,500 gold.
Quite a pricey one.
They started at 500. No, not an Empire bounty. This is a Xhorhas
said-
bounty. Sorry,
said
I meant
Empire,
I
that's
meant Xhorhas.
Dynasty.
Sorry. Yeah, Dynasty.
Okay.
The Dynasty, yeah. It's a Dynasty bounty. The rest of them are like,
Yeah.
this guy's problematic.
Yeah. A rightful bastard, that one, I guess. If it started with 500, then.
As far as I know, there's been 3 attempts on his life. At least in the recent years. You know, I'm not counting when he was young.
Yeah, true.
Kyle, probably not. You don't know this guy. And also, you're not really a bounty hunter.
Well, considering how vengeful Ravi is and how trigger happy everyone else is to kill him, I'll focus on trying to get them properly supported one way or another.
Well, it looks like my neutrality is going to have to end tomorrow with the introduction of my son into the fighting ring.
Sorry about that.
It's not your fault. It's his fault for getting involved with all of you. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I should be getting my way back to them,
Yeah.
considering how drunk they all are right now.
Yeah. Guards. She gestures to 2 of the local guards, who immediately come over. She's like, let me look at your neck. What? Come on, now. They both like lean forward and she looks at the necks. Good. You escort her. Yes, ma'am. Confused as hell.
Thank you for your hospitality today. And I hope to see you tomorrow then.
Yeah, you will. You will. Can I just ask one favor?
Sure. What is it?
Don't let my son die, please. And don't tell him I said it either.
I'll do my very best,
Good.
no matter what.
I mean, let him
Just
take a
keep-
few hits, that's perfectly fine, but
Of course.
I feel like death is a little too early for him.
Yeah, he still have a lot to prove.
Yeah, he's young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as Ayn just gives a little bow before making it her way to Ravi's home,
Walking fast.
talking fast.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
You gotta do it, man.
Every day.
Hell yeah.
So Rorik and Kyle, Rorik, Kyle, and Ravi, you all get back to Ravi's fairly early. With Ravi and Rorik kind of almost immediately going to bed. Kyle, you're fully awake in here. And you see Misty is just in the main room, currently reading a couple of books.
Hey, what are you reading?
Oh, it's just a little tome I borrowed.
What is it about?
It's She hands it over to you. This is a beginner's guide to mage work. It's the practice of the primary spell that all mages should know, prestidigitation.
That's nice. You should talk about. You should talk with Mikit about that. It's not my forte. I'm more with useful spells, such as very useless one, and I just cast Magen and make Magen uplift the book and present it to her in levitation.
Oh. Well, that would have been a lot more useful to get the book.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I had my little trick into that, but it's quite a standard.
How do you make it invisible? She begins focusing, and it takes her roughly 30 seconds to a minute to summon a mage hand.
Small tricks. It's if you try to add some illusion into the what is it already? The configuration itself. If you manage to mix the two schools of magic together,
Oh. I haven't learned any
it's-
illusion yet.
there's a nice one, and I cast minor illusion with a small miniature version of his uncle, drunk and walking drunkily to walk home.
And who'd you make this a copy of?
Ravi's.
Wait, is Uncle drunk?
Oh, no one's drunk. No.
Is he gonna be okay?
This is, I don't want to lie, it's discussion you need to have with him. It should be okay.
Okay. How do you do that one? The illusion one. Your hands move too quickly.
I do it again slowly.
Okay.
Again, I'm not a master, but
Roll me a wisdom check. Mage hand.
come on. Yeah,
6.
I'm not super chichi.
I need to get a book to learn that one. So, illusion magic. She takes out like a second book and pulls out a quill and begins writing. Illusion plus mage hand equals easy books.
And thus began her journey as an arcane trickster wizard multi-class.
Definitely, I will teach her.
Yeah.
Why do you want to become a mage? Why do you want
Just
to?
di-
Why are you trying to accomplish?
Around this time, Ian, you're like walking through the front door, listening to this conversation around the corner. My mommy always told me that those who know more can do anything, change anything. The smarter you are, the more successful you can be, and magic is only limited to the people who use it.
That's fair. Your mom sounds like mine, and that's the second time I feel about like that today.
Is your mom dead too?
Oh God.
No.
Ah.
I said she sounds like mine.
Well, that's good. And she keeps writing in her book. Uncle Ravi's
Yep.
gotten in trouble again, didn't he?
Yeah, I did. But don't worry.
Are we gonna have to move?
Listen to me, little Misty. I hope you will have to move because I hope you will end up in a far greater academy than what you might find in this city.
Well, yeah, but I also don't want him to have to move. He told me a few weeks back that we may have to.
He's doing everything to not have to. And
But-
it's what he's trying to do. And what me and my friend and Ian here will help him.
But good. Are you, that's not Mikitis.
No, it's Ian.
Never mind. Keeps writing in the book.
Pointing at the guy that's bleaching his bedroll. Yeah, that's me, kid.
I think Makit stayed at Arite's
Yeah.
estate. The party's split
Yeah.
right now
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
with assassins.
Mm-hmm.
What's
After
the worst that
sending
could happen?
roll a d100.
Oh God, I didn't mean it.
You said it.
No.
Thanks,
no, God.
Rurik.
Average.
Oh no. I mean, to be fair though, if he did try to assassinate us, that would make him look really bad.
Sure.
Like, I mean, like not evil bad. Like, he's like, that would ruin his reputation, I would think.
Maybe. Anyways, she continues writing in her book and looks at you, Kyle. Do it again.
I'll do it again. I don't know what you want me to do again, but I'll do it again.
The minor illusion. And like she watches and stop and draws your hands. All right, again. Next motion,
You-
stop and draws your hands.
You know, it might be I'm not a traditional wizard. Like, it may be a bit clunky, and the important is that it works for me. It's not...
Oh no,
So,
you're really bad at explaining it, but
And I'm not even sure if it's very academic.
Well, I mean, it's useful, so I want to learn it. I don't care. Uncle wants me to go to an academy. I just want to learn. He thinks academies are the best place to learn.
They are the best place to learn some things.
But I can't learn this at an academy, can I?
The illusion? No. Yeah, of course you could. But the how you turn the hand invisible? Nah.
That's what I need to know. And she is like, she's writing down how you semantically do the magic, but she's still gonna have to mechanically work it out. I mean, it's clear she's pretty damn smart, especially like for her age. If she's adept enough to get into one of the higher standing academies in Persona, to be determined. But she at least has that drive for knowledge. I mean, she's commanding an adult to show her over and over again so that she can learn how to do this.
Well, she found one patient one. That's nice. You try. Try it again. You get the gist of it.
Yeah, working on it. I'm working. She scratches her scales on top of her head. Okay. And that's how she's spending probably the next hour before falling asleep in the chair.
Is she like she's a dragonman, so should be quite heavy, but is she like very heavy or
Kyle, with your strength?
Yeah.
She's a little too heavy. To easily move. For you would pull something in your back. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll help Kale since I have.
Oh, Ein, you're definitely strong enough.
Yeah. Powerful Peel.
As you go over and like you, oh shit! Ein just scoops and oh wow, yeah, dragon boars are heavy.
Let's put her to bed.
As you walk past Ravi's room here, hey, is she okay?
Yeah, she had fun studying.
Okay, good.
She's a smart one.
I told you. Now you're gonna help her get in the academy. Woo, good. Hey, she doesn't know I'm drunk, right?
She does.
Oh, shoot. Should I lie to her in the morning?
No. And
Okay.
she assumes that you're already in some kind of trouble, so be faithful. Truthful. She's grown. She's a grown girl. She can.
Hey, are we gonna win tomorrow?
Yeah, we will.
Good.
What I would like to try to do, not try to do, but just do, is while they are asleep, I would just want to take some sheet of paper and write down a letter of recommendation addressing Misty to my mom, just in case something happens, so she has it. And so a recommendation for the Mabeltoad Conservatory, which is Rossana Academy, and where my mom is leading the chair of Dunamancy.
Okay.
Of the time one. And so that she can address to my mom if anything happens to anyone in the group.
All right. And you leave that for her?
Yeah, under a pillow.
That will be the evening. Everyone, You wake up, most of you feeling pretty fucked. Yeah, go ahead, decide your spells.
Yep.
Ein and Kael, you wake up feeling perfectly fine. Everyone else, you're hungover. I think the wizard has a request for spells for 2 of you.
I'm not sure.
Guys, I don't want to be poisoned.
I mean, there's ways around that other than lesser restoration.
I mean, we have 2 paladins with lay of hands.
Yeah, just cut open a wound, letting will solve all the poison away.
Jeez, Ian is a traditionalist. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember how many spells a paladin can remember. It's like their level plus their charisma mod, right?
Yeah. Level plus charisma. Ugh. Ravi looks at all of you in the home and goes, "Hey, can I meet you over at Arite's house? I just gotta talk to Misty. Don't mind."
That's perfectly fine. Oh, I haven't felt this young in a while.
Yeah, we did a lot of stretching.
Yeah.
Hey, takes a big glass of water.
Yeah,
Rick.
water.
Thanks.
But yeah, if you guys go on up ahead, I'll meet up with you, and don't worry, I'll bring a couple of my guys with me. Hey, Misty, you're gonna be staying with Arite's family for probably just the day, okay? You're going to explain yourself, right, Uncle?
I nod
yes.
to Ravi.
Yes, I. Shoo. Please, I got a private conversation.
Oh, wait. And I just pick up some of water that I've made boiling in the kitchen so that Rurik would have his morning tea.
Ah.
Okay,
Thank you, Kyle.
I'm going.
You know what, Kyle? Give me a wisdom check.
As a person, I know that you never have to make, like, it must be 90 degrees Celsius, but as wisdom is terrible. No, it's boiling.
Warwick, he gives you hot leaf juice.
Thank you, Kyle.
No, I didn't make the tea. I just made the water hot so that he could make the tea if he wanted to.
Yeah, that water is way too fucking hot.
But it's too hot. It's like boiling. It's like 100 degrees.
Like, Rook will hold on to it and just wait till it cools down. Like, just literally stand there waiting with it.
Yeah. You could take the cup with you.
That's...
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Private conversation.
Yeah, Rook goes ahead and leaves and stuff with the group.
Bye,
just holding
Ein.
this boiling.
Bye, Ein.
Yeah, I basically just followed them.
Okay. Well, nobody said anything, so he doesn't know. But yeah. And he will have his own private conversation with Misty. Back at the other estate, Mikit and Arite, your heads fucking hurt. I think for both of you, this is probably your first hangover. Wait, no, Mikit, you went to college.
Yeah, not my first hangover.
Not your happiest, either. Oh, Arite's not here. So, Mikit, you go downstairs into not downstairs, down the hall to the dining hall, and you see Arite's father is already mixing a large bowl with some type of yellowish looking something. He looks over at you and goes, "Oh, good morning. I'm glad you all slept very well. Hope it wasn't too loud in the kitchen. We're going to be making some flapjacks."
Why do they call them flapjacks, though? I mean, were they made by someone named Jack and he liked to flip and flap things?
Actually, yeah, his name was Jack Niehoff. He's a fantastic artisan of foods. I actually have 2 of his personal tomes if you're interested in reading about him. He does a tour every year for like 2 months across the Menagerie Coast, where he does a lot of good cooking and teaches people and offers some classes. I've always wanted to attend personally, but yeah, Jack made them.
Huh. Gonna have to remember to give those books a read once the business this evening is over with.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we got a carb up today. Protein and carbs, right? Protein and carbs. That's what we need. Protein and carbs. Okay, sausage. Yes. Let's make sausage links. And he runs into the kitchen again.
Good Lord, I hope the holy peoples get here soon.
Do you like coffee?
Oh yeah, that'll be very useful.
Great. Cream, sugar?
Just 1 cream.
What do you mean one? He like pops his head out. What you? 1 cream? I don't. Like a splash of cream?
Yeah, just a splash. Kind of used to the packets back from my college days, but
Oh, gotcha. And he comes out and hands you a large mug filled with coffee and just a splash of cream. It is 1 shade better than black. No, he doesn't use that mug on anybody else. That's his mug.
I thought that he has multiple like number 1 dad, best dad in the world.
No, he only got bought 1 ever.
No.
Yeah, fruit
Damn
kids.
it,
But yeah, around this time, the other 3 walk into the house.
Morning.
Ooh, flapjacks.
It smells delicious.
it is. So to read up, and please tell me you can do something about this hangover.
A mountain of sausage links is brought out to the table for you all.
Well, first step is always eating a healthy breakfast. Or morning after meal.
That is damn Skippy, everybody. Damn Skippy.
Good amount of
this is
drink
your
water
remedy.
and
Yeah, we make sure everyone carbs up for tonight.
Yeah. And protein. Protein.
Plenty
both
of
are very
protein.
important.
Coffee, anybody?
Sure.
I'm fine
take-
morning.
I'll take mine black.
Yeah.
I'm good, thank you. I've got this tea that I'm making. He still has the boiling water, I assume.
Yeah, at this point you have like a cloth wrapped around it to hold it. Like
Yeah.
You Kyle, do you like coffee?
I should go and try this. Don't bother me.
Bean juice go burr. Yes. I didn't understand what you just said, Kyle.
I had one for this.
Really? Wow, I didn't strike him as a coffee guy. Okay. Which, just to let you guys know, coffee is incredibly rare in Xhorhas. It only has 1 location they can grow the beans at in all of Xhorhas. And aside from that, you have to go all the way to Tal'Dorei to get it.
Well, maybe it wasn't coffee and I thought it was.
It was just brown water of some
Oh,
sort. that was
I'm just
bitter.
letting you guys know the cultural significance of coffee. That's all.
Yeah, he's showing off his wealth.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, roll an insight check.
Oh no, I was just
Disadvantage or
joking
hungover.
again. Okay. Hey, this disadvantage is not gonna
It's not going to be all
is it-
day. It'll be half the day.
Okay. Insight, you said?
Mhm.
Oh wait, no, a disadvantage.
Yep. Hey, 20. He doesn't really seem to project himself as the type to, elaborate his wealth or to showcase it to people. He's doing this to be as warm and welcoming as a host as possible. And he seems to be a little worried and is trying to treat you all as great as possible, considering this may be your last day.
So, I mean, I guess something that we should get started on is this battle strategies.
You mentioned you had books. Would you mind showing me the study?
Oh,
Well, the other one.
absolutely. Here, take a plate with you. We have a little table in there as well. Ooh, syrup. And he brings out this incredibly large vat of syrup, which, other than Rorik, none of you have any idea what this is.
Oh, that looks scrumptious. You wouldn't happen to have anything I can write on or draw on?
Oh, plenty
you,
of stuff like that. No problem at all.
Oh, thank you.
But Rorik asks this and just pushes a piece of flapjack to him.
Rorik takes his flapjack, and you said it was syrup, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Since he was asking for something to write on, she just handed him just because.
He takes the flapjacks and puts the syrup on it.
Yeah, oh yeah, get the good stuff. Yeah. Do you know how long it took me to get that? That was smuggled in.
Really?
Yeah.
That's well. This is. I won't take too much then.
Oh no! Feel free. Here,
just-
help yourself. You know, you might be dying today, so help enjoy it.
Well,
Sorry,
I guess
that was a
it's-
little brash.
No, it's
it's
no, that's fine. If it's either I die from that or I die from blood sugar. So I'm trying to think of like the
Diabetes.
medical thing for that. From the high blood sugar.
That is a hell of a way to die. Oh, that sounds great.
Oh God.
And he just like, if you're gonna go.
Definitely one of the more pleasant ways to kick the bucket.
Right. So he brings you two over to his little study room where the two of you are alone, other than Niansis, who is apparently going over some tutoring with a teacher. And as soon as you open the door, he goes, "Excuse me. Would the two of you mind taking this to her room? We have a lot of work to get done in here today." The teacher, who is a halfling, looks up at him and goes, "Are you serious? You learning how to calligraphy is not important work. This is the future of your daughter being able to understand any language that she wishes to know." Do any of you speak halfling?
No.
Perfect.
Not me.
Niansis says something in halfling and the teacher scoffs. And he goes, "Atta girl. Yeah, please, over to her room. No, it's for them, not me." Fine. Buster is not allowed to be with her during her study time.
Oh dang.
Yeah. He has to wait outside the door. So, you go in there and he points to the bookshelf and goes, "All right, somewhere is the story of the 5 Dine. The missus actually bought it for me thinking it was something about
War history.
What?
War history.
No, about dining, fine dining. She misread it when she bought it. Or else she would never have bought such a thing for me. But it was an anniversary gift, so I'm not going to throw it out. That would just be rude, especially since it's a collector's. This one. Here we go. The story of the 5 Dine. Hands it over to you.
Thank you.
Yep. And I believe there's another one somewhere in here. There we go. This is actually Arite's old book. Oh, yeah. Hands it over to you. This one is actually a combat tutorial that was written by 2 of the previous 5 of Dine. 5 to Dine.
2 of the previous, you mean 2 died or 2?
Yeah, they're dead now, but there might be something useful to you. I don't know.
But so the 5 to Dine, it's like a single group, like the Mighty Nine, or
What is a
Wolf
Mighty
Machina.
Nine? Yeah.
No, it's Well,
Out of
You say
character?
out of
Okay.
character.
out of character.
5 to Dine is a static group. They didn't have more individuals. So the 2 that previously wrote this are dead. They never
Yeah, so that-
replenished their ranks.
Okay, so it's not like rolling group. So those are the two deads among the 3 deads of the group.
Yes, they wrote the book
Yeah.
together.
Okay. Cool. Perfect.
So these are the 2
That's what I
books you are
wanted to
given.
I don't know if I can do this as an aid action, but Rick would like to say, look about this many years ago and kind of give him a good idea of when to look for them there when they were active, I would say.
So what I was going to suggest is Kyle is fast reader. Like he's an historian, he's an archaeologist. He's been a lot of time in books, so he's a fast reader. So he will go and read very fast and hang you the notes so that you can like draw it on and like draw all the notes somewhere, so we can have a collaborative way of working together.
Okay, that sounds good to me. So, roll me your investigation, Kyle. And which book are you reading first?
The battle tactics.
Okay. Investigation, please. Very good. So, as you are reading through this book, you start discerning there are references to different tactics to use, specifically when you are outnumbered, and they correlate it to different individuals of the 5 to Dine. Because you do not know who the last individual who is alive is, you can't really keep track of that. However, as you are reading through, you do skim through it very quickly and then pick out anything that may be associated, specifically with how Druvis fights. And Druvis is actually a very, very abrupt force. And they correlate if you are somebody of this personality who is getting ganged up on, there is a sweeping tactic that you should perform in order to cut off some of your enemies by the feet. Catch them off balance. Some of them may stumble into your other enemies, and it very quickly disorients the fluidity of the battle in a favor for somebody who is built to be tougher, stronger, and much more abrupt in your face when you are in that scenario specifically. So you analyze that those are characteristics of Druvis when he battles. Another tactic is when there is the opportunity for somebody of this caliber to see that somebody of the enemy forces is there as a supporting role, is there to protect people or to heal them, be a field medic. It is very common that this individual will start their fight diving headfirst into the battle in order to make it over towards that support and quickly wipe them out, while relying on their own support to stabilize them and keep them safe. In instances like this, it is very common that preemptively the support and the individual who is the abrupt force would have a synergy with one another, a collaborative experience that they both can draw from, where they'd be able to control the combat and know that this is how they're going to be pursuing this. While the responsibility of the others is typically to maintain that supportive individual and to keep them safe. Or in a battle scenario like that, head on with larger groups, it is very common that the team that takes out the healer first is the team that is victorious.
Oh shit, they're gonna all go for Rurik right off the bat. Dang. That's too bad.
Kill him! I saw him heal! Ain's in the background. What? Just...
Like, oh
Just
no,
casting lightning
come at
spells and
me.
like, Oh no, he's healing.
Oh no, don't crit me.
Okay, we got our tactics, guys.
No, I'll actually down some tactics once I hear the rest of the stuff.
Okay. But that's all you can analyze specifically about how he fights.
Okay. But I've taken notes about everything, any pattern that is mentioned, so that I can like circle around.
In that book, those are the only components that he was mentioned in. And I imagine since you're the speed reader, Rulrich's the one writing this down for you, in between eating
Yes.
flapjacks.
Yes, and
Yep.
taking notes, and because he's a strategist, like I give him elements so he can think about how to take them into battle.
All
And
right.
the other book now? We have time?
Sure.
Reinvestigation?
Sure.
Aine, Rourke, have either of you graced me with a lesser restoration so I'm no longer poisoned / hungover?
Nope.
We won't waste spells for that.
I don't think you want to waste one
You'll-
of the few level 2 spell slots that Rourke has.
You'll be good in a couple of hours. The hangover doesn't last all day. It just lasts a couple of hours.
Okay, I'm actually wanting to do something.
Sure.
I probably have to get started well before the match if I want to get it mostly completed by then.
Sure, sure.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
Writing down what I've learned about graviturgy magic to give to leave. Yep. Misty, yep. Going to write down what I've learned of graviturgy magic to let her have.
Aw. Yeah, that's going to take you like all day to get accomplished, but you can definitely do that. And I assume you're writing this on mundane paper, or are you going to spend that much on spell and ink?
Oh no, I'm just mundane paper. I do not have that much money.
That's fair. Not yet, of course, because Ein didn't tell anybody there's a bounty.
Hey, you always tell them before the match to get their morale up. Don't have to tell them that early.
Oh no, I just imagine Ein's like, oh, by the way, Rourke, did you know that there's a bounty? And Rourke's like, there's a bounty, and that's my inspiring leader feat right there.
Hell yeah.
No.
But anyways, since you're going to be doing that for the better part of the day, the other book, 22. That's not half bad. That's not half bad. So, Druvis, by your analysis, is a very quick, very in-your-face combatant who thrives on being outnumbered in a fight. The more enemies around him, he has mastered a specific fighting style to hitting more people in his proximity and to slowly whittle them down. There is another individual inside of this book. UA fighting style. The cheater. There's another individual called Bronx. Bronx is a bit more of a mid-rangey type of quick attack tactic individual who's going to slip in and out very quickly like you do, Kyle, and deal with individuals in that manner. However, he is a specialized fighter for one-on-one in this regard. There's another one of the three called Frenton. Frenton is the only one of the five who is not a deliberate combatant. They are an individual who is in the supportive role. They are a quick healer, a mass healer, an individual who has mastered the art of sustaining their allies while also crippling other mages that may be targeting them. Their entire kit is at the time that this book was written, protect their allies and protect themselves.
Arcane magician, or is it arcane magic, or
They don't
divine magic?
specify that in this tale. This is just your analysis. You are reading a storybook and analyzing who these individuals are based off the actions portrayed by them in the book. But yeah.
Okay.
And of course, you already know Druvis. I've already described his guerrilla tactics in fighting.
It's not really guerrilla what he does. If anything, Bronx is the one that does guerrilla.
Is gorilla.
I mean, like, I'm thinking less like guerrilla warfare and more like, is gorilla smash? That's
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that one
He
makes
is
sense.
yeah, exactly. The meme is right. Is gorilla.
And do I know which one? Because there are 3 dead, so 2 left. Which one on Freddy, not Druvis, or Bronx is left? Or Logren?
I'll get to that in a moment if you figure it out. Logren. Logren is an individual who specializes in long-distance assassination. They are incredibly perceptive. They handle their opponents with ease that try to hide behind things, unless they completely put themselves at a disadvantage, and they are great at manipulating the battlefield. Logren was always the leader of the fights, commanding his allies which directions they should go to. And then there is Riven. Riven is the only one of these that is not a Dragonborn. She is actually a half-elf or a half-drow, sorry.
Hey, sister.
I don't think you'll call her that when she starts trying to kill you.
Sure. She is a mage specialist. Long distance fighting, keeping far away from the fight in combat, manipulating the battlefield in her favor and in favor of her allies, distortion of terrain, and based off of your analysis of her, I would like an Arcana check.
When you say mage specialist, you mean she's a mage?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, calling somebody a mage is kind of undermining their capabilities because all of these individuals are combatants. They're not just a mage. When you say a mage, typically people think, I'm a wizard, please don't touch me, but all of these people are combatants. That's why it's a specialist. Because they are a combatant first, mage second. 17. Based off of what you read about her and you look much more in depth, her specialty of magic is evocation. And as you get to the back of the book, Bronx is dead, and I believe Riven is dead. Yeah, Riven is dead, Bronx is dead, but the other 3 are still alive.
That's 3 of them were dead.
Yeah, you said 3 of them were dead and only 2 were alive.
At the time this book was written,
okay.
3 of them were alive. Yes, you can roll a history check for that.
Okay.
18. Now that you think about it, you are very aware of a very particular situation outside the Ashgard garrison that you are a part of.
Interesting.
Where the 5 of them snuck in the middle of the night, about 3 weeks after the tarring of the Jorhasian individuals that were occupying the location. After the Empire has solidified this area as their own, 3 weeks later, you were woken up at the outpost, and you went out to just see an entire section before the wall where people were starting to set up a secondary wall for protection was just on fire, burning, and the 5 to dine were there. they were the only force attacking roughly about 50 soldiers in total.
Oh Jesus.
Hope they grew old.
They are much older now, Rorik.
And they have died, some of them.
Some. At least Riven's dead.
Yeah,
Because when
Riven
you
was the
saw her
worst.
last, she's the one who blanket of fire across everything.
I just imagine Rurik's remembering all this, and it's kind of like those meme PTSD sort of deals where just flashback, flashback, flashback.
Oh, this isn't a meme. This is 100% what's happening to him. Yeah, just
Yeah.
fuck.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Just remembering some unpleasant things is all.
And the one thing you do remember is after you donned your armor and went down there, catching up with the rest of the garrison who was going there, by the time you got there, they had already left. And the builders' families, the soldiers, recruitees, everybody was killed. There was no discrimination. It was just a massacre.
Rurik remembers the words that Ravi said just the day before about like these guys are getting away with it and no one pays and stuff, and then Rurik just repeats what he said in reply is, there's always consequences for your actions. And he continues to write the notes.
What do you mean?
What else does it say?
You feel you feel less peaceful than usual. What's happening?
Well, I gotta be less peaceful today. There's a time for peace, and there's a time when someone has to take a stand. A violent one. And unfortunately, it seems that today is going to be that sort of day. Yeah, and I know that we're not treating Ari as here because his player's not, but Ari as a character's not in the room, right?
No.
Like he's still maybe sleeping in.
Yeah, he's probably sleeping in. Let's go with
Yeah,
that.
that's fine. It's just this isn't exactly personal for me, but it reminds me of things that I've feared in a life before. At least this time I have an opportunity to help him, help them.
You keep mentioning this life before. If we're gonna do it, I trust you.
I trust you. Wait, did you say I need to trust you, or said I trust you?
I need to trust you.
Well, what I'm getting at is Ari's dad's not in the room, right?
Nobody else is in this room, just the two of you.
Okay. Well, just I lost when I see Ravi. I see a lot of myself in him. That what he did yesterday, that rage that he had, I recognize that at one point that was almost me. I was a farmer, and well, my son wanted to be like his father, like me. Make me proud, and he went off. He made me proud, and then one day I got a letter he'd fallen in battle. He, along with his entire unit, just wiped out. I took up my sword. I took up my armor. I almost marched out there to kill them all, kill everyone I could. I had done this, but Philma stopped me. My wife. She was the rock that kept me there, that kept me sane
Filma.
during that
Okay.
time, and she's the one who helped me come to terms with everything, to help me try to find a better way. So seeing people like this, hearing about them, knowing that these people, they won't change, they won't attempt it, that they'll just do whatever they want and hurt others, it makes me realize and remember that I'm doing the right thing. And even if I have to die for it, at least I know I die knowing that it's the right thing.
Your wife. Filma was his name? What's her name?
Philma.
Yeah, it's what I'm asking, like in character.
Oh, her name was Philma. She loved her tea. And Rourke just kind of sits there, just and slowly drinks that tea that he had made that Cal gave him. I'm sorry, I'm getting all watery-eyed. We need some focus. But in regards to if you can trust me, Cal.
Where did
And
you
the
say?
moment that you feel like you can't, you can feel free to put a blade in my neck. But I trust you. And I trust it won't ever have to come to that.
Where did you serve?
In various places.
You might have killed some friends, man. You're aware of that.
I'm aware. I'm aware that there's a lot of deaths on my shoulders, and there's never going to be a way for me to atone truly for the lives that I've taken during my life, or that I've caused to be taken. But that's why I have to keep living, so that even if it's impossible, at least I can try to.
It will take some time for me to trust Imperial. But at least I know that for the moment, you are my back.
And I trust that you'll have mine.
On this note, with you continuing your tense investigation into the battle to come, this is where we are ending tonight's session.
Oh, we're not going to
Wait.
get to the battle and actually, fight Druvis,
There's nowhere near
Dang.
enough time for that fight.
Oh, come on.
We won't do it without a raid.
Oh man, and
True, we want to
Kale
read
just
for
like
this. But
just going
Um,
into it.
Just before, like we can expedite it in like a couple of seconds. I wanted to ask Arita's dad if he knew which was the third one who died.
unfortunately, he does not know.
By the way, can you remind me which one died? Riven was one of them,
Bronx.
and
Bronx and Ravi.
Bronx.
Bronx
Okay,
and
thank
Riven.
you.
And Ravi should know. At some point, he might ask.
I mean,
Ravi.
we'll let Ravi know once he gets here, but currently we're just going through the preliminary like stuff. And the reason I got two, like I had we get two papers is one for these notes and stuff, and the second, so if we know what the arena looks like we can come up with like where these people are most likely going to be located, and how we're gonna battle strategy.
Yeah, we're gonna end the stream here though. Players, thank you very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. I hope you all had a good time. We will see you next time.